Welcome to the Reginald F. Lewis Museum, and boy, are we happy to see you today. And how about 70 degrees in February? I'm Wanda Draper. I'm the Executive Director of the museum, and we are proud to not only host this morning's Light City press announcement, but the Lewis Museum is partnering with the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts and will be the host location of Youth Labs at Light City, presented by Johns Hopkins University. Youth Labs will offer an opportunity for Baltimore City public school teens who are interested in art to attend a lab designed specifically for them, with a speaker from an aligned lab at Light City and an educational partner. If you haven't had a chance to visit the Lewis Museum recently, today's your day. So we have wonderful exhibits. We have reflections of iconic African Americans in our second floor gallery. And in addition to that, we also have reflections of Baltimore by local artists that will be changing every month. So that means you have to come back at least once a month to see the new exhibit. On the first floor, we have our Emancipation Quilts exhibit by the awesome, one and only, Baltimore's own Dr. Joan Gaither. And on the fourth floor, we have our permanent collection, which encompasses 400 years of Maryland African American history. So we do hope you will share with us today and come back. Right now, I'd like to introduce and turn this program over to today's MC, Denise Koch of WJZ TV.
Thank you everyone for coming and being with us today. Let's take a moment first to recognize our performers, DJ Baby Alcatraz, yay, and the very conspicuous stilt walkers, Big Whimsy. Get your picture taken with Big Whimsy, or you haven't been here. We are so happy to tell you that you will see them as well at Light City. More light, more love. Let the light in. Which the timing has never been better. Light City will take place, for those of you taking notes, April 6th through the 21st, with neighborhood lights, April the 6th through the 8th, Light City Festival, April 14th through the 21st, and the labs, as you just heard about, at Light City conferences, April the 18th through the 21st. I am so happy to be here this year. I am thrilled and proud to be here on behalf of WJZ and our brand new wonderful Vice President and General Manager, Audra Swain, who has chosen to make us the exclusive television partner of Light City. I'm thrilled to announce that. That's big for us. Thank you. Thank you, Audra. In collaboration with the Baltimore City Office of Promotion and the Arts, and as part of our community connection, which we take very seriously, WJZ is pleased to promote the nation's first large-scale light and innovation festival. WJZ will play an important role in the Light City project Eye on Charlie, which is somewhere in the vicinity, and you'll hear more about a little later. So let's find out more about Light City 2018. So to do that, please welcome Roz Healy. She is interim CEO of the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts.
Thank you, Denise, and we are very excited about WJZ being our partner this year. Thank you for everyone for coming today, Mayor Pugh, other distinguished guests. We have a lot of exciting things to announce. The Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts, a nonprofit 501c3, is the city's arts council, event center, and film office. Each year, BOPA produces events and programs, many that you're probably familiar with, such as Artscape, the Book Festival, Holiday Fireworks, the Open Studio Tour, and Free Fall, just to name a few. In addition, BOPA provides opportunities for artists and communities through several grant programs and initiatives. Opportunities for artists are a big part of Light City. Since 2016, BOPA has awarded more than $2 million to the Baltimore arts community through Light City's artist commissions and fees. In 2018, Light City is expanding to 3 weekends. As a result, we're celebrating the theme, More Lights, More Love. Light City begins with the program Neighborhood Lights, which has expanded from partnering with just 5 communities in our first year, 8 communities in our second year, and this year, 14 communities. Neighborhood Lights is a collaborative artist-in-residence program which connects communities and artists together to create art and/or performance projects for Light City. In the past, event goers had to choose. Do we go to the BGE Light Art Walk at the Inner Harbor, or do we go to the neighborhoods to see all the art installations? Well, this year, Neighborhood Lights has its own weekend, so residents and visitors have a chance to see more art and performances throughout our city. We have a lot of the communities here today, so shout out when you hear your name. Our 2018 Neighborhood Lights communities are Bel Air Edison, Bromo Tower Arts and Entertainment District, Darley Park, Federal Hill, Baybrook, Brooklyn and Curtis Bay, Brooklyn, Remington, Hamilton Lauraville, Highlandtown, Highlands Roundhouse, Southwest Baltimore, Little Italy, I knew they were here, Locust Point, Patterson Park, Pigtown, and last but not least, Waverly. I'd like to thank all those communities for being a part of Light City. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the dedicated BOPA staff. If you're a BOPA staff, can you just raise your hand for a minute? These folks have worked so hard on this project, and they really make it look easy. I'd also like to thank our incredibly supportive BOPA board. And now it's my honor to introduce our greatest supporter and advocate. Please welcome Mayor Catherine Pugh.
First, let me say thank you, Roz. Give Roz a big round of applause. Thank you, Denise. We know you approached this with such great enthusiasm. Thank you. Let me just say I'm very excited about Light City. But before we talk about Light City, because we're going to have so many visitors coming to Baltimore, I think there's some news that I should share with you all. I know you've read the USA Today story talking about violence in Baltimore, but let me just say that was 2017, we're in 2018. Homicides in this city down by 32%, and I'm sure that's more than almost any place in the country. So tell that story. Non-fatal shootings down 48%, tell that story. And violence is down in every single category in this city, and we know that we're headed in the right direction. And so I'm excited to invite visitors to our city, because we've got a lot to show off. Light City is an extravaganza that will invite people from all across the country to come here. And if you've not seen the 24-page program of Southwest Airlines, please take a look at that. And don't forget, the New York Times said of 52 cities in the world, Baltimore is number 15 to visit. So let's invite people to our city. Let's show off. I tell people show out and show off and come and bring your friends, bring your family. I tell companies and corporations hold a meeting in Baltimore during Light City. Bring young people so that they can get to see these exhibits. This is a great time in Baltimore. I was just talking to our head of Visit Baltimore. I said, how are the conventions doing in Baltimore? He said, they're still coming. They want to be here. Let me just say this to you all. Not only am I excited about Light City, and I want to thank everyone who is participating, everyone who is contributing. Jamie, Labs, thank you so much for all the work that you have done to make this just such a great event. Kathy Hornick, thank you so much. Verna, Denise, we've already thanked. Tim Schofield, Kyle, Al, Roz, Wanda Draper, thank you all for making sure that this is a first-class event. Baltimore doesn't know how to do it any other way. That's how we do it here. First class. So what I've said to us is that not only is this an opportunity to see Light City, you all need to recognize and share this with the rest of the world. We've got some of the greatest museums in the world right here in Baltimore, and they're free. So when they come to Light City, show off some of the other assets of our city. Now, one of the things I'm doing is inviting several mayors to come here to Baltimore. And I'm going to show off Baltimore. But I'm also going to be talking about lighting and how it can change communities and neighborhoods. And the other conversation that I'm going to be having with the Cleveland Browns mayor is that we're going to beat him that weekend. So he'll be here with us. So again, take this opportunity to invite as many people as you can to show off our city. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, BG&E, Brown Advisory, Kaiser Permanente, Maryland Department of Commerce, T. Rowe Price, of course, Visit Baltimore, Whiting Turner, and of course, our media sponsor, WJZ TV. Let me just also say this. We don't get to do this by ourselves. We can talk about it, we can think about it, but if it were not for the Baltimore Office of Promotion and Arts and all the volunteers that they assemble to make sure that we show off Baltimore in its best light. So let's get ready, let's get excited, let's get as many people in Baltimore as we possibly can. Let's top the numbers of last year, let's look forward to next year. And Roz Mondawmin told me to tell you that they want their scaling light wall, okay? All right, thank you all. Let's have a great time for Light City.
Thank you, Mayor Pugh. I agree, let the light in. Since its inception, Light City has had a team known as the Light City Council, Leadership Council, providing direction and support for this festival. Representing the Leadership Council today is Verne Myers, founder of the Verne Myers Company.
This is beautiful. I am so happy to be here representing the Leadership Council, and I'm co-chair with several other fabulous people, so I want to name them. Kim Horn, who's the president of Kaiser Permanente, also Tim Hathaway for Brown Advisory, and John Brothers, who is a director at T. Rowe Price Foundation. So I'm kind of a newcomer to Light City, and I'm so excited nevertheless, because this is my first year, but I'm all in, and I'm all in for a long time. And I want to tell you why. You know, I actually grew up on the West Side. West Side, who's where West Side? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. And then I went away, as we sometimes do. I went away for 32 years. Yes, I was a small child. And I came back about 7 years ago. And I came back specifically, one, to be with my family, but two, to bring the gifts that I had been given to the city that raised me. And one of the things that I am so excited about is working with BOPA and all of the organizations you saw here as sponsors, and all of you, to bring more love and more light. If we ever needed more love and more light, it would be right now. This is where you go, amen? You know, exactly. So here's the thing. When someone said, come to me, I'm like, wait, I'm a cultural innovator. I'm a diversity consultant. I have my own company. I grow all over the world in the country talking about creating spaces where people of every background can thrive and show their best. And so how does this work? Like, why am I doing a Light City thing? And then someone explained to me, hey, it's the art, but this is a unique festival in the sense that the art is supposed to elucidate and illuminate social issues and concerns that every one of us are dealing with as residents of this city, but as also citizens of a larger human sort of condition and race. And so this Light City, it's not only about the art structures that are supposed to make us question, but my work is to question the status quo. So one of the things that I'm asking you to think about is light not just as only a structure, and art is awesome because it helps us to see things differently. But I'm talking about art as a metaphor. Art as something that shines a vision, a hope, an understanding, a beacon that draws people from everywhere. Because see, in this city, as the mayor said, there's an enormous amount of light, but there's darkness too. And so the question is, how do we use our lights, our collective lights, to create more possibility, more hope, so that it penetrates every aspect of the city, and then it actually also sends a beacon out to a larger community. So what I'm asking all of you to do and to think about is, what role do you want to play? Yes, please come, and please bring all of the youth you know and all the people you know, but also think about coming to the labs, because the labs are also where the conversations and the communities come together from all sorts of backgrounds. For me, this festival, as it grows and as it brings people from everywhere and every nook and cranny in the city, I mean Park Heights, right? I mean West Side, East Side, Cherry Hill, Sandtown, Roland Park, Guilford. We all need to have shared community spaces if we're going to create a city that works for everyone. And if we are going, because there's a lot of gifts and there are a lot of lights, but people don't know it, people don't see it, and sometimes we do things that some of us get to see and others of us do not get to enjoy or benefit from. Ideally, this festival will grow to a point where everyone is going to be part of the light and part of the love, and as a result, we will all benefit. So thank you so much for being here. We've got a lot to do. Bring all your spheres of influence to this particular festival, because we are going to show up on the map in a way that we haven't as of yet, or ways that people haven't noticed what we bring. And the next person up is going to tell you more about the social lab. So Jamie McDonald is sort of the, I would say, the vision, the heart, a lot of the sweat equity that brought Light City here 3 years ago. She's been involved forever. She's an entrepreneur. She's a business person. She has done an enormous amount around giving to social causes. And this year, we're lucky enough to have her focused on the social labs. If you don't know about the social labs, please, please know that this is an essential aspect of Light City Festival. And so I want her to come up and give you more ideas about what's going to happen. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be speaking. So I'm all thrilled about it. And there are people from local and national who are going to be sharing their light and their love. So Jamie McDonald's next. Thank you so much.
Crazy for me. After almost 4 years of putting my heart and soul alongside the BOPA team into Light City, and so many of you, to see this room today and to see where we are in our 3rd year is really gratifying. So I have to say a special thanks to Mayor Pugh, who has been just a passionate supporter of ours and cheerleader, and is sort of part of the reason I know you all are here and excited about Light City. The BOPA team, they are, it's never a good thing to be a best kept secret, but unfortunately they are, and almost every fun thing you do in Baltimore, they're behind. And so think about that when, when you think about the next free thing that you get to take your out-of-town friends to, or that you take your kids to, because BOPA's at the heart of that. And then so many of the other supporters that have made this festival possible over the last 3 years are really what is going to allow Light City to sort of thrive and to bring people from around the world to Baltimore now and into the future. Because festivals are transformative. And Light City is our festival. Light City is our Art Basel, it's our Spoleto, it's our Sundance, it's our South by Southwest. Now, you don't become that overnight. And we're not saying now that the world has recognized that yet, but just wait. They will. And the things that you've seen happen in those communities around the country because they invested in the innovation that was central to them, that is what we are doing in the innovation that is central to us here, which is the innovations that make cities fairer and more just. And so I'm extremely excited this year to be chairing the labs and to focus my energy with the team that's kind of carrying the water on the rest of Light City to really be able to focus my energy on the daytime programming, which is the labs at Light City. If the nighttime programming is the beauty and the wonder and the awe of Light City, the labs at Light City are the action. This is the place where we come together to talk about how we take our thinking and our belief and our love and our light and actually make something happen. So over 4 days, 125 speakers from around the country, from across the city, and from across the region will come together to talk about how we become a fairer, more just society. We'll look at that through the lenses of 7 labs, just so I don't forget them. Ed Lab, Social Lab, Health Lab, Green Lab, Art Lab, Maker Lab, and Food Lab. And in each of those, we'll be exploring the innovations that are creating better equity and better access for people across cities like Baltimore, but really innovations that will take place across the country. And so just like the Art at Night, we are bringing together national thinkers with well-known local Baltimoreans, some of whom are in the room right now, as well as Baltimoreans that many of you have never heard of. Because we know, as Vernay said and as the mayor said, that there is brilliance on every corner of our city, and they can stand shoulder to shoulder with the most brilliant thinkers from across the country. So we have movement leaders, we have MacArthur Genius Fellows, we have activists, artists, performers, filmmakers, chefs, makers, and community members that'll all be sharing their genius with us. And the list is in your package. I don't want to name names because I for sure will miss somebody who's actually in the room and won't do it justice. But obviously with 125 speakers, we invite you to take a look at the list and to join us. We also, in the spirit of BOPA, in the spirit of the city, and in the spirit of Light City, have a unique ticketing model. Pay what you can. So if you are someone who can afford to buy a ticket to the labs, it costs us roughly $100 a ticket to put the labs on. Please buy one, maybe buy one for a neighbor. If you can't, you are welcome. We want you in the conversation. So go on to the labs at Light City, register for your ticket to the labs, pick a lab that's interesting to you, come to one or come to all 7. We had some people that were there for us for every lab that took place last year. Be in the conversation, it's so important. After the labs, we have a couple of after hours activities. On Wednesday the 18th, we have a community conversation that will take place with anybody who's attended the labs, but it's open to the city overall. So anybody who wishes to join and come and be part of a conversation about how sort of the future of our city and the innovations that we can each bring, the gifts that we can bring. On Friday night, there will be a pitch competition with local startups, pitching for an amazing set of prizes that we'll be talking a little bit more about in a week or so. And then finally on Saturday after Food Lab, we're going to have a local food and makers showcase where we'll be having innovators in our food community and local makers be able to show their wares. So it's just like Light City overall, chock full of great opportunities to come and experience the innovation of today and the thinking about innovation of tomorrow. Finally, I want to just say that, as we look across a room like this, you guys are, the heart and soul of what really has made Light City the festival that it is already. And one of the things that we know is, for a nonprofit, getting the word out about all the amazing things that are happening in a festival as big as Light City is a challenge. And so you can be part of the voice of the labs and part of the voice of the Light City Festival. So whatever inspires you that you hear today, please share it out. We want to make sure that nobody misses this opportunity to see the beauty of our city and the brilliance of our city. So we really encourage you guys to share, be loud, be proud, and talk about Light City. Thank you so much.
I love what both of you said. You've got me very excited. I love what you said. Thank you. With more than 20 new light art installations, a wonderful lineup of performances, and new fringe events, we're talking about what's happening outside now. Light City has so much planned for April, so here to give us all the details of what we're going to see on the streets of Baltimore, Kathy Hornig, Festivals Director at the Baltimore Office of Promotion and Arts.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathy Hornig, and if you're like me, you're ready to hear some good news about our great city. And that's why I am so excited to reveal to you today all the details about our third installment of Light City. Light City 2018 will feature 21 awe-inspiring original works of light art with 10 talented Baltimore artists standing side by side, bringing their very best, with artists from around the world, including the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Canada, and the United Kingdom. The centerpiece of this year's festival is Fireflies, 27 kinetic sculptures created by world-renowned artist Sai-Hua Chang. These illuminated and fully functioning pedicabs will take festival goers on magical, memorable rides throughout Harbor East every night of festival. Musical offerings include a new DJ stage, Club Light City, presented by Morgan State University. Located next to illuminated drone racing, thanks to our partners at Global Air Media, it's where art and technology intersect with youth and sport. The festival's DJ sets include free performances by Charisma, Troll Natured, DJ Spinna, Cash Money, Mighty Mark, Tall Black Guy, Cosmo Baker, and DJ Love Goddess. If you're looking for free concerts by big name entertainment, then you need to be at Light City this spring. Grandmaster Flash, G-Love and Special Sauce, and Kimbra round out a richly diverse lineup that also features the BSO Orchids, April Sampe, Yam Yam, Zakhe, and the Bangladesh Project. Along with music, every great party needs a little food and drink. Light City's concessionaires are 100% local, and our Baltimore vendors will serve up everything from oysters, crepes, dumplings, and sausage to berries, pies, and donuts. You can wash down all the deliciousness with Light City's specialty cocktail, Nighttime, or Illuminale, the limited edition beer crafted especially by the Brewers Art to celebrate Light City. Or both, it's up to you. Light City also offers illuminated strolling entertainment, an opening night kickoff parade, the Mini Light City Kids Zone presented by Transamerica, self-guided audio tours courtesy of Live Baltimore, and a closing night fireworks finale. The festival at the Harbor is a world-class cultural destination. It's all free and it's all in your own backyard. But the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts is also very proud to take the tradition of Light City to dozens of Baltimore's neighborhoods this year. As you've heard, we'll be in 14 neighborhoods with the Neighborhood Lights Initiative. We're also engaging the community through Brilliant Baltimore. Buildings around Baltimore will be lit in our signature colors. Fringe events are popping up all around town. And communities who want to show their civic pride by lighting up can win cash prizes for their neighborhood associations with the Brilliant Baltimore Community Showcase. There's more than $10,000 in prizes to be won, and there's still time to enter your neighborhood into the competition. Another way that the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts will be out and about during Light City is by playing Eye on Charlie, presented by WJZ. From April 9th through the 21st, The third most famous bird in Baltimore, Charlie the Peacock, will travel to a different surprise neighborhood every night for a fun pop-up party. Find out where Charlie will be next by following clues on Light City's social media and, of course, on WJZ. Charlie's actually with us here today, and I'm going to give you a very easy clue as to where he is, right across the street. Charlie the Peacock has become Light City's official mascot, and here to speak about Light City's impact on the Baltimore arts community are Charlie's creators, his dads, artists Kyle Miller and Tim Schofield.
Thank you, Kathy. I have to mention also, this is Steve Downlikoff. He handles a lot of the electronics and lighting that wouldn't light up Charlie if he wasn't with us. Kyle and I are sculptors. We need an electrician or somebody like that. This is amazing to be back for a third year. Charlie's lived quite a life. He's traveled overseas. He's been to festivals in Jerusalem and also in Cincinnati. Both were seen, or they saw us from Light City. They visited Light City, wanted to have him visit their cities. This is just exciting. It's great to have such an iconic piece and have such a life that's lived beyond what we could have imagined. 3 years ago, we were just happening to make a good sculpture. So we really have to thank BOPA and Light City for all of the opportunities that we've had, and hopefully we keep them living on longer. See you around Baltimore. I also have to say, in addition to Charlie, there's another piece we're debuting, which will be down on Pier 5. I hope you like that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim, Kyle, thank you. As you have heard, Light City is for Baltimore. Let's celebrate our city. Let's shine the best kind of light in our city. But we also want to welcome the world here. And getting visitors to our city, greeting those visitors when they're here and making sure they have a wonderful time is the charge of Visit Baltimore. So please welcome Al Hutchinson, president of Visit Baltimore.
So thank you, Denise. Good morning. How's everybody? So, Madam Mayor, as I always talk to groups like this, the first thing I always say that Baltimore is indeed one of the greatest American cities in this country. And that's something that all of us in this room should always be excited about and inspired about and not take for granted. This is a great town. And I think with Light City, I'm really appreciative of what Roz and Kathy and what Jamie's vision of Light City has created for all of us is a gift. And this gift is what we should be giving back to our local residents, because all of our local residents need to be excited about where they live, work, and play. Light City gives us that opportunity where folks can get involved in those conversations about making a difference, changing, being a part of the conversation of activism, making this city as best as it can be, and making the country better. So I really applaud the BOPA team and Jamie for creating this. Every city in this country looks for an iconic event. That's what we have here with Light City. This is Baltimore's. We can make it special, and it is special. It's going to get even better. But anytime you can combine an event that brings our local residents with out-of-town visitors and mayors from around the country, it makes it special. So we're very excited about this transformative type of event here. It kicks off our tourism season, and it is going to be a great deal for our visitors to come in for, because we know we have great museums and great art, great technology. We're a hub of innovation here in Baltimore, and we want to showcase that. So I would challenge everyone in this room to look at this opportunity as we're inviting people to our home. And that's what Light City says to me. 3 weeks of showcasing your home to visitors, to get them excited, showcase all the great things we have to offer. And so this event in its third year is great, but it's going to be greater, because we're going to continue to support it from Visit Baltimore's perspective. We know that this is a great event because it's about unity. We're bringing international artists coming in, but they can also pair with our local artists. And our local artists can go shoulder to shoulder and really show the great talent we have here in Baltimore. So this is indeed an exciting time for us, taking it to now 14 neighborhoods. Our job at Visit Baltimore is about showcasing all of Baltimore. And anytime we can push our visitors out to our neighborhoods and see all the great, iconic offerings, that's special. Because it's not one part of Baltimore, it's all of Baltimore. Our visitors need to see all those special things we have to offer. The big piece for us from a paid standpoint with Visit Baltimore, we're advertising this event in cities like DC, New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. We want folks to come in and drive down and see this great offering that we have. We're also doing a lot of print, digital advertising with this great event. And we just want to continue to do it. Madam Mayor mentioned the Southwest ad. That was in February. But because of the greatness of Baltimore, they're going to run that ad again in April. So that is really a positive example of the greatness of the city. So we are excited. We're going to continue to partner with the team of BOPA. And I will say to you from a hotel perspective, for the first time, we've gotten 17 of our hotel properties to partner up. And they're offering packages, breakfast, parking. They're doing the little Light City swag bag for folks coming in. So this is really something that our entire community is a part of. We're excited about it. And we're also inviting folks who live in the region to do a staycation. You come down and stay at these hotels and take advantage of all the great things we have to offer in Baltimore. This is our time to shine as a city and as a community. We should always remember every day we wake up, we're special. And we should be proud of living and working in my opinion, greatest city in the world. So thank you very much.
All right, hopefully you are leaving here excited, innovated, ready to go, ready to tell everyone you know about this, ready to use your various media outlets to spread the word that this is going to be a fantastic festival and a fantastic opportunity for the city. Take that, USA Today. There is a lot planned for Light City. You've heard about a lot of it, but you can learn more by going to lightcity.org. And I urge those of you who live in Baltimore, use this opportunity to go to a neighborhood you've never been to. Because even if you've lived here your whole life, there probably are corners of this city you haven't explored. This is your opportunity to go to every one of those 14 neighborhoods and learn about your neighbors, sometimes for the first time. I am Denise Koch from WJZ. Again, we are so thrilled to be the television sponsor of Light City. I'm urged to tell you that there is more breakfast, more coffee, so don't feel you have to run out. Go enjoy yourselves, mingle, and spread the word. lightcity.org. That's where you can find all the details. Thank you for joining us and see you in April for a great festival.